Hello and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. In today's video we're going through the scenario The Sky is the Limit. It's a scenario where you basically cannot build anything but aircraft. You cannot even build air defenses or anything like that. Estimated time is 30 minutes, so let's jump straight into it. And here we go. So we can choose between left island, right island, doesn't really matter. We're going to queue up the mexes. Wind is between 2 and 24, so that seems okay. And here we go. So again, we can't build any form of air defense, so our only defense is fighters. I mean, we could build laser towers, but it's not really gonna do us much. Okay, so when it comes to air, they are not really as metal intensive, more energy intensive. So this level is going to be more about how you can manage to build up an energy economy rather than how much metal you can get. Metal is still needed, obviously, but for the aircraft themselves it's less important. Okay, so building the last mechs, and then we'll go into the aircraft factory. Gonna instantly get up some engineers and queue up some fighters. That will hopefully stop them just flying in and killing our engineers. I'm gonna then queue up a solar here, just in case the wind dies. We're not going to be without any energy. Also, because engineers obviously require quite a bit of energy to build, we are basically not using energy to build the solar plant. Okay, so 14 seconds till that is out. I'm going to instantly tell him to try and decide whether to build a radar up here. There's no air defenses, so we can't do that. So I think we're just going to build a radar near our base so we can see if some stuff starts coming in. And yeah, it's just waiting now. I probably shouldn't be assisting the second engineer here with my commander because we have no energy. Wind is also dying right now as well. But it's still not bad in terms of how much energy we're getting. Like 13 is a lot of energy. It's now down to 12. Like 12 is still a lot of energy for a wind factory. Wind factory? Windmill. Just windmill. There's no factory about it. Now, you can see there I chose to build twilights. So obviously with no form of defense,
low power.
Choosing to build twilights, which if you're not aware is the cloaky mexes, means that we don't necessarily need to defend them. The enemy's not going to be able to bomb them because they're not going to know they're there. They are considerably more expensive to build, but I'm just hoping it saves us a bit of hassle here. Now, while I've been talking about that, you would have saw me queue up a patrol route with my planes covering like my third of the map. If you don't know how to do that, when you select your factory, if you select your factory, shift P, click one spot, then click the other spot, it will then send anything out of the factory, will instantly patrol on that route. So when building a fighter screen, which is what this is, that is pretty key to do. And also my commander right now is building energy and then going to build an energy storage. Once we've done that, this engineer is going to build a construction turret after the energy storage is done. There we go. Get the commander to not build anything else just now. Assist with the construction turret. There we go. Now, the reason for the construction turret, again, construction turrets have higher build power than air engineers. Not as high as the commander, but considering all we have is air, we kind of want construction turrets so that we can get this stuff out quicker. We're then going to use our commander, I believe, to get more energy. do the same with the Twilights with that other engineer. Need some radars. We've also got some scouts in the queue here so that we can see what's coming. Obviously they've got radar themselves, which could help. That's the scout being built right now. I'm going to use it though to actually see what the enemy has. We're queuing up a load of spots. So, our plan for this is, obviously with us only being able to go air, they can only go air. I'm thinking that rather than trying to do anything Tech 1, because it's not really going to work that well, we're going to go to Tech 2. Now, I'm using the fighters here to just try and take out any engineers they've got to slow them down. There we go. So we do a quick flyby. We lose one fighter, but we take out 2 engineers. I think there was a gnat there or something like that. 3 engineers. That was definitely worth it. We get a 4th engineer here from yellow. There we go. So 4 engineers with 1 fighter loss. That's pretty good. Obviously yellow is now starting to get fighters. Fighters themselves have a bit of a radar, but obviously it's not great. Also bear in mind fighters can only shoot directly in front of themselves. So if enemies get on your behind, you are not going to be shooting down. So it's kind of a bit key there to be careful with them. Okay. So again, we need a bit more energy. Always needing more energy. So we're going to keep building that. Just still building up our fighter screen here. You can see there's a bunch of red stuff flying around just outside of our radar range towards them. I'm going to get a couple of solars here, because if you notice, wind power is currently down to 2. And literally as I start building, that wind goes up again. Of course it does. Right now, our limiting factor, as I said at the beginning, is energy. So getting our energy back up is key. I'm going to build some more solars over this area, because, you know, it's another area that we have access to that's literally doing nothing. I queued up some stuff there with the other one, and then realised there's an engineer already there, so we just have him assist instead. Wind is still diabolical, so we need more solars.
Low power.
Currently we're wasting metal purely because we don't have any energy. Unfortunately we lost our engineer there. They've got a bit too close. To be expected though, to be honest. So you can see our fighter screen is oh, would you look at that? It's time for you to subscribe. Okay. And our energy's starting to go back up now. Here comes a bunch of red fighters, but they turned around, which means our fighters just got on the tail end of them. I think unfortunately those fighters there might go and get those 2 engineers. Unfortunately, yes.
T2 unit detected.
And they have some form of Tech 2. So as soon as you hear that, it's like, shit. I'm not at that point yet. I need to get to Tech 2 myself pretty quick here, otherwise they're gonna overrun me.
Radar lost.
We also just lost our radar there in the middle right. And we're instantly just gonna build another construction turret. Very quickly getting 2 more construction turrets up, just purely so that we can get that Tech 2 up quickly. We don't have anywhere near enough fighters right now, but you know, beggars can't be choosers right now. We need to get to Tech 2 quickly, otherwise we're going to get overwhelmed. See our fighters, well, I say fighter screen. It's not really a fighter screen with that many fighters, but they're doing their thing. Okay. Now, in order for us to Tech 2, we're going to need some advanced solars. So
Metal extractor lost.
we just lost the metal extractor over that end. Yellow's just sent gunships at us. We killed. Is the bomber dead? Yes, the bomber's dead. Kill those gunships. There's an engineer there. Silly fighter flies over Yellow's base and dies.
Low power.
Try and get that red engineer. Okay, so we're building advanced solars here again, just so we've got enough energy to actually go into Tech 2. We're limited somewhat at the moment by energy, especially with wind so low. Once we get to Tech 2 and we can start getting things like fusions up and running, we're going to reclaim everything that we've got. Goes the engineer dead. You see all our construction turrets are currently assisting our were assisting our energy being built. And now we've got some acid rain on us. So this map has special effect where it rains and does a very, very, very tiny amount of damage. It's not really anything to worry about. It's not going to kill any of your stuff. But it's why you'll see health bars on stuff every now and again. Okay. So with all those solars built, which now should be good, we're going to start going into Tech 2. We're going to stop all production on the factory there. Don't really want to reclaim the Tech 1 air factory if I can get away without reclaiming it. Just purely because pumping out fighters from a Tech 1 factory whilst having a Tech 2 factory to do the bombers would be a lot more better for us. But saying that, kind of issue right now. We're going to reclaim these Tech 1 solars. 155 metal for a Tech 1 solar, so that's the cost of, almost the cost of that Tech 2 engineer rather. Also give us some room back as well, because we're struggling on room, but we're fine on power. Use our commander here to get some more reclaim on the go as well. Falcon under attack. Oh, it flew over Red's base. A couple more advanced solars in that gap instead, whilst the commander reclaims the other solars. Again, we've only got so much space, so, you know, being as efficient as possible with the space that we have is key. Okay, and now we can put that factory back on fighter repeat. We're not building anything out of the Tech 2 factory at the moment so that we can get some economy built. The fighter screen that we've got, I mean, it's not great, but we're adding to it at the moment whilst building our economy. Again, the commander is just reclaiming all the old energy. Now, where are we? Still haven't really made much use of that other island. We don't really have enough fighters to make sure nothing gets to those engineers. And because we've got fighters being constantly made out of this factory, it kind of automatically protects this area first. I realised the patrol route for this factory is gone, so we've re-queued up that patrol route. We're going to add a patrol route for the Tech 2 factory as well. We need a bunch of scouts right now, so I just alt-clicked in some scouts. If you don't know, alt clicking, when you click on something on a factory queue, it adds it to the front of the queue and doesn't add it into the repeat queue, so that it just disappears. You know, just one time builds it sort of thing. Okay, so our energy is looking pretty good. Just so you remember, one Tech 1 solar panel is about equivalent of the energy that you need to run a Tech 2 metal extractor. So you do need power to run those extractors, don't forget. Okay, so now we're going for a fusion. We're going for a fusion and then into a metal converter. That's going to give us an additional 10 metal. It's going to give us some extra energy from the fusion as well, but mainly give us the extra metal to start pumping stuff out. We're starting to build some strategic bombers from the aircraft factory, Tech 2. Now, I'll be honest, I don't tend to use these very often, so we're using them now to kind of see how they are. Normally, I just use the atomic bombers because they're, you know, pretty much guaranteed to destroy what you're hitting up with them. And now that we've got the fusion up, we're reclaiming all of the winds. Winds are great, super cheap, give quite a lot of energy depending on the wind. However, they take up a lot of room for the amount of energy that you get. So we're just wanting to be as efficient as possible here. So you can see I've also queued up a airstrip, air bay, whatever it's called. I don't quite know what you would technically call it. Now the reason for that is purely that if our stuff gets damaged, it can go and heal itself at that place. Without that, they'll just fly around damaged. Not really necessary. It's better for gunships because obviously gunships are gonna fight and then they'll come back. Whereas with bombers, generally, if they fly over and die, or fly over anything, they'll die. They'll drop their payload, but they'll die. Okay, so you can see I've got a couple of Tech 1 engineers going over there to the second island. The idea for that is to get a metal maker economy going on the second island. So that is the advanced fusions and all that sort of stuff. So I've also stopped reclaiming my energy right now as well because I'm starting to go a bit low on it. Using my scouts, I selected one of them, then press Ctrl X to select all scouts. There's the enemy commander. So we've got three three strategic bombers here. And I'll wait with these extra scouts for those strategic bombers, and we are going to send them in first to try and tank some of the shots of their laser towers, but still wait for these strategic bombers to group up. I'm going to try and find that commander. Press A key so that they manually bomb that area. Of course, he moved, so doesn't really help. And unfortunately, 3 bombs did not do enough to kill him. 1 dead. 2 dead. 3 dead. Yes, all dead. So, yeah. Didn't really work. So now the decision we go for is we're going to go for atomic bombers. That one, actually, surprisingly, is still alive. Don't quite know how. But was alive is probably the better word there. Now, atomic bombers, unfortunately, take up a lot of energy, so we need another fusion. It doesn't help that we're also building construction turrets over there either. That's going to be energy expensive.
Low power.
To be fair, everything we're building is energy expensive, but still. I've got a decent fighter screen on the go now, so we're going to stop building any more fighters. Need the energy. We're going to try and push out this fusion. Don't want to waste metal, so we're going to get metal storage up. Even if we just end up reclaiming the metal storage, that's fine. We just want to not be wasting it. I'm going to queue up an extra couple of construction turrets as well. So your energy's going quite well now. Okay, we'll keep going, waiting for these atomic bombers to be built. And that fusion as well. Two, one, done. There we go. Okay. So we need a Tech 2 engineer over that side. We'll grab this guy, I guess. And he can start on the advanced fusions. And I'll have him be assisted by that guy. Okay. So they had some Tech 2 gunships that got shot down. On both sides, red and yellow had Tech 2 gunships. And for that atomic bomber, there we go. But I think one will be enough. They've got Tech 2 fighters as well, I've just noticed. So again here, just making our scout and a couple of fighters be at the front here. Kind of just wanted to have a separate group from the fighter screen so that we have got a force to send our fighters in with just to protect the bombers. Let's say the bombers, I mean the bomber. Boom. There we go. That is a red dead, so that just leaves yellow left. So unfortunately we don't have another atomic bomber ready just yet. Oh, as he says that, one comes out. So build another one just in case. Well, we've got two. Okay, that's not too bad. So again, I'm going to grab a couple of fighters. And grab the scouts. In Control X. And there we go. Let's just group all these guys up. Just going to line draw across there. Get them to give us vision so that the bombers can. We can just click on Commander. There we go. First bomb missed. Second bomb here. Nice. And there we go. So that's the end of this scenario. As you can see, don't bother with strategic bombers. Just go straight to atomic bombers. Save yourself the hassle. Don't forget you've got both sides of the islands. Concentrate on your energy. Wind's a bit temperamental, but it's good to begin with. Make sure you get some advanced solars up. And don't forget to reclaim old energy you don't need anymore. But that's all there is to it. So thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next time.